Hi everyone, this is Sheila Peters and we're about to do a stretch body awareness class. We're going to scoot back so our derriere is way back on the back of our mats there. Knees are bent, backs are straight, and let's just curve through that lower back. So we're making that lower back go to the back of the room, engaging the abdominals a little bit, push through the hips, undulate and roll out through the spine there. And let's take that a couple more times. We're going to be waking up our lower spine here. Here's our second roll up. And then here's the third one, going back, engaging the abdominals, just saying hello to that lower back. Let it go back to the back of the room and then push through the hips and come up. And you notice that your head is following you there. Good. And all the way to the back, shoulders stay down, push and roll up. Good. Bringing the legs close to you. Let's gently open up the knees. So we're getting the inside thighs working there a little bit. And close and open and close. Good. And open and close and open and close. Let's go back into that lower back position. So we're curving to the back, pushing through the hips. And now maybe you can get a little more undulation through that spine. And roll back. Good. Push through the hips, rolling back up through the spine. Two more. Rolling back. All the way. Push through and come up. And once more, roll through that back. And push and roll up. Now we're going to open out the thighs and we're going to twist our upper body and take the opposite hand against the ankle there. And from here, we're going to reach out through the rib cage, twisting. And we're going to keep that twist as we try and angle our upper bodies towards the knee of the opposite leg. So you're getting a full stretch through the side. You feel that in your spine. Coming up, we still have that twist. Reach out, lift arm up, and keep the twist. So you're going along, you're trying to make the shoulder meet up with that knee. Come up right, and still with that slight twist, reach, come up, over, and stretch. You might feel like this gets easier as we go along. And once more, reach out, lift, and we've got that diagonal twist with our torso over towards that knee. Good. Coming up right. Come back to neutral position. Let's take it to the other side. So we've got the hand against that ankle there. Twist the body, reach the arm, and now we're angling over to the other side. So we're trying to get that elbow and shoulder to reach over to that knee and opening up that diagonal stretch there in the spine. Still with the twist. Reach up and over. Good. We have two more coming up. Let's use your breath. Inhale, reach, exhale, and coming over to that diagonal, deep stretch. And last time, here we go. Reaching, lift, up, and over to that diagonal. Good. Coming up right, come back to neutral position. Straighten up and get that divine flesh out from underneath. And let's take a deep breath in. As we press the elbows into the crook of the hip there, and then slide and exhale with our breath. With our elbows, we're sliding out to the knees and trying to keep our back straight. So we're getting forward fold and opening up the inside thighs there. Lift up and press, drive, and push, flat back, and lift up. Elbows in, slide, get that back flat, tailbone to the top of the head. Good. And come up, press, drive, slide, and going into that flat back position. Excellent. Coming up right. Let's curl our heads down, keeping this open position, hands on the ankles. So we're going to drop the head down, roll through that upper back, come through the mid back, and continue moving forward, coming to a place where you move through that lower back, and then find the crease of the hip there in the fold. Hands come out from the ankles. And let's take very gentle pulses. We're going to take 8 of them. If you are not interested in pulsing, you can just hold here, but we have 8. So 1, coming from the hips, 2, 3, head is loose, 4, keep going, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we're going to grab the ankles and circle. So we're circling to the side. Now moving through that back diagonal to the back, around to the side,
and drop down, letting the elbows and the arms do what they need to do to help accommodate this. We're going to take 4 circles all together. Lift up. So our upper body is getting some opening here, and drop down. Here we go with the third one, circle. See if you can make that circle become a bigger circumference there. All the way around, good. And down, and last one, circling. And you're gonna find that you feel this in different parts of your back, maybe your chest, and side body, and obviously the inside thighs. Drop the head down. You may find that your position is a little lower, hands come out. Let's take those 8 pulses once again. From the hips, 1, 2. Again, you can hold if you want to. 3, 4. Keep going. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hands on the ankle, circling opposite direction. See again, if we can make that circumference of the circle really quite big. So we're getting a little bit more stretch everywhere. Dropping down. Heads are loose. To the side. All the way around to the back. And side. 2 more sets. Drop it down. Circling to the side. Good. Back, shoulders stay down, open the neck. Side, and last one. Drop it down. To the side. Good. To the back. And side. Coming around to the front once more. And then roll up through that spine and come up right. And let's bring our legs together and let them come out. Working with the feet, opening the legs a little bit more. Divine flesh is out. We have flex. Push through the balls of the feet and point. Toes come up and flex. Balls of the feet and point. And toes come up and flex. 2 more sets. Balls of the feet, point. Toes up and flex. Last one. Balls of the feet and point. And toes and lift up. Hands go right into the hips here. And we're going to rotate the legs in. And then rotate the legs out. And this is all happening at the hips. So you can put your hands right in there and feel this motion. And twist in and twist out. Crossing the feet in, one in front and the other in behind. And make sure you switch that foot that's in front so we don't stay in a habitual pattern. Rotating in, good. And rotate out. Reset the divine flesh, make sure the backs are nice and straight. And let's take that once more through our feet. So we've got the balls of feet and point and toes and flex. Push out through the balls of feet and point and toes, good. And flex, 2 more. And balls of feet, point and toes and flex. Once more. Balls of the feet, really push. Point, try and separate each part of the foot there and flex. Again, check that you're sitting up nice and tall. We're going to circle our wrists and our ankles. So here we go, circling outside and inside. And as you work both the wrists and the ankles at the same time, see if you can really deepen the circle and the stretch that goes all the way around in these joints. It's very important joints. And let's take 2 more. So we're going to take 6 total in each direction, keeping that back nice and tall, circling around. Okay, and I think we have 1 more. Maybe I may have had an extra one. Up and around. Let's reverse that. Coming in. And now as you're doing this circle, you're thinking about the little finger and the little toe as you go around. And we're breathing, still trying to keep that back nice and straight. Circling around and out. And circling around. And now I think we have 2 more. Here we go. And circling inside. Enjoy this stretch. And out. And in. And out. Good. Shake that all out. Excellent. Now bring the legs up. We're going to have them nice and folded here. And we're going to drop the knees down. Come to a 90-degree angle everywhere. And just sit up tall, feeling that hip going forward. So we're just starting to open up the hips. And we're going to come back up using the abdominals to help you switch and press this hip forward. It may cause your upper body to twist. We're going to continue using this position this way, having to move from one side to the other. You are having to use some of the core muscles. And come up, and you also will notice as you press the hip forward that you're getting a little bit of work on those glutes. Let's take that again. Up. Hands don't come on the floor. We're trying to just ease this through. And you may notice that you're sort of inching forward here with your hips. It's almost like a walk. And we have once more in each direction. And I can see that I'm gonna come all the way off the mat. Press that hip, shift it, good. Come up, twist, and press and shift. Good, let's come back to neutral and sit back. You may feel like you've got some more opening in those hips. So we're gonna come back to the same position, our first position. If you need to get back enough so that you've got this knee lying on the mat so there's no contact with the hard floor, do that. Make sure this is nice and square here. And we're gonna press the hip back, making this elbow go back. Now, as we press the hip forward, we're gonna shoot that arm forward so that we're really reaching out, and this hip very much comes off the floor and pushes towards this direction. Let's take that again. Press that hip back as we get the elbow going back. Press and reach forward. Lengthening and almost twisting the spine so that you're looking towards the back. And elbow comes down back as the knee comes back. And push and twist. Exaggerate the twist. Your hand behind you is supporting you. And let's take that once more. Coming in with that elbow. Hip goes down. Push, twist, and reach. So you're reaching very far out. Excellent. Come up. And let's take that to the other side. So we've got the knees bending to the other side. Checking your positions. Adjust them if you need to. Elbow, other hands behind. Hip goes back. Press it back as that elbow goes back. And now we're shooting forward with the hip and reaching with the arm. And you're really coming off of that hip. So you're on, your weight's on that front leg. And you're twisting a little bit. So you're getting some spine work there. And then hip comes back. Elbow goes back. Breathing. Push. Exhale and reach. See if you can go a little farther. Your hand behind you is supporting you. And come back with that elbow and hip. And push. Reach and twist. Feel that twist that's happening now in the spine. And come back. Hip goes back. Elbow goes back. And push. Twist. And reach. Feel the glutes engage there. Really feel that nice reach. Excellent. Come back in, and let's come back up to a neutral position. We're going to go back over, and we're going to increase this by making the back leg do some sliding here. So adjust yourself so you're in the position that you like, 90-degree angles. Hip goes down, elbow goes back, and then push the hip forward. Reach it, feel the twist, and then extend the leg behind you. And it might go out on a slight diagonal there. That's fine. So we get to pull through the fingers and the toes. Bend the knee down, bend it back. And elbow goes back. And breathe, hip, reach, twist, stretch out. Maybe your leg gets a little closer to a true back position. Knee is off the floor, foot is pointed, and knee comes down, bend, bring it back into your open position. Hip goes down, elbow back. Let's take that 2 more times. Push the hip, twist, extend the leg. See if you can push and twist in that upper spine a little bit more, reaching the fingers away from the toes, coming back in, elbow and knee bends. You come back. And we've got the hip coming down. And last time, push, reach, and stretch. Shoulders are down, spine is twisting. Feel the opposite directions that your fingers and your toes are reaching. Good. Excellent. Come down, elbow comes in, and then come to a neutral position. Bring yourself upright. Let's bring the legs together for a moment. And sitting up tall, the mind flushes out. I want you to go internally and notice that back leg, the one that's straightened out. What is happening in that hip? Does it feel a little bit different than the one that we haven't worked yet? Okay, back up, rotate to the other side, checking your 90-degree angles there. We have this elbow going to bend as the hip goes back. And now we're shooting forward, pressing the hip forward, reaching the arm out, and then stretching that back leg out. Again, it might be more on the diagonal this first time, or all of them. And you're pressing the hand forward, feeling that twist. So you get a little twist in the spine there as the hands and feet reach away. And elbow, knee bends, coming back into your open position as the hip goes down, as the elbow comes back, and you twist the upper body. Push, hip, reach, stretch. Feel yourself moving into that sort of diagonal reach from fingers to toes. Knee, elbow, come back, hip down, twist and reach. Push that hip, reach all the way front with those arms. Twist the upper body as the leg stretches. Reaching toes and fingers away. Good. Bend the elbow, bend the hip, and hip goes back. Breathing last time. Inhale. Exhale. Push the hip. Reach. Lengthen. Feel that full lengthen. Fingertips to toe tips. Long, long line. Back leg is straightened and you're really stretching out. Good. Elbow and knee bend.
come to your neutral position, bring the legs up, bring the legs forward, and just notice how it feels. Hopefully it's more even. You're working a lot through the hips, the whole core area, and so you should feel like that's lengthened out, and maybe you can even sit up taller than normal. All right, let's bend the legs. We're going to cross your right leg in front of your left. Now remember that this position, when you work with me, is an open position. We're not trying to keep those legs tight into the body. It's a completely different exercise. And we're getting the divine flesh out from underneath us. We're going to roll forward all the way down. So from here, head, upper body, shoulder blade area, middle back. We're rolling forward, putting our hands forward, going through that lower back, feeling the crease in the hip, and inching the hands out and letting the body fold from there. You're going to know exactly where you're stretching on the outside of those legs, particularly the one that's folded in front. Head is loose. Let's take 4 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. As we exhale, try to inch those fingers out and lower the body a little bit more, making sure that that chin is going to the chest and the head is loose. So shake it out a little bit. Deep breath in. Exhale. Reach out with those hands and drop the body lower. Surrendering into the floor. This is a very deep stretch. You'll know it as you feel it. Yep. And let's take 2 more deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Reach the hands out. And flattening out from the spine, folding from the hips there. Let's shimmy those shoulders out a little bit and wiggle out those hips a little bit. You may find you get a little farther down from there. And 4th breath, deep breath in. Exhale, reach those fingers out and drop. Head is nice and loose. Really enjoy the lengthening that you feel here. Breathing through the challenging parts, so you can really get all the benefits from this stretch. And now we're going to roll up by pushing with the hands, walking the hands up, rolling back through the spine as in the reverse order as we did when we came down. Coming all the way up, shoulders are down, heads come up right. Okay, again, you might feel like you're taller because we've opened up that spine. Let's bring the legs together, shoot them out. We're going to take a little break before we go to the other side and work with some more work in the hips here. So we're going to come into an open, more open position. Legs are straight, divine flesh is up from underneath, and we're going to flex the feet. And we're going to rotate this hip and allow the whole upper body to go with it. All of a sudden, you might be feeling a stretch in the hamstring on this leg that we're rolling to. And we want to more or less keep this leg straight. So our hip is rolling and upper body is going. And then we're going to push it down. Keep this leg anchored and now make this hip roll. Keep the legs straight and going around to the other side. So our aim is to keep both legs straight. If you need to have the legs bent somewhat in order to get into this position, that's fine. So really feel what's happening there. We're just making some contact with that hamstring and come up and let's roll to the original side. So right leg is twisting, upper body is going over to the left. And come straight. Reverse that. Left hip and leg. Upper body goes to the right. And if you want to adjust your arms to help give you a little bit more of a twist in the torso, you can do that. We have 2 more sets. Hip down, twist, reach, and lengthen. Keep it going. Make sure the breath is going. What you want to do each time that we do a repeat of an exercise is to see if you can go beyond the point that you went to the previous time. So you're increasing this stretch, opening up more, releasing some of the blocks we may have in our bodies. We have a last set in each direction, coming up and twist. Allow the body to move. Good. Come back up. And let's take it to the other side. Up, twist, rolling that hip. Beautiful. Good. And come up. Right. Good. Bring those legs together. And let's come back on the mat, folding the legs, and we've got the other leg in front. Again, set yourself up for success by making the hips really be back there, divine flesh out, so the back can stack up very straight. From here, rolling down, chin down, upper body, shoulder blade area, moving forward, going through the lower back, and really feeling the fold coming from the hips, the front of the hips, the hip flexors there.
Heads are down. You may find your starting position on this side is a little farther over because we did the work on the other side previously. Shake that head out, shake the shoulders out, wiggle the hips. So you really are keeping some looseness there. So taking our 4 deep breaths, breathe in. As we exhale, we inch those fingers out and allow the body to surrender down towards the floor a little bit more. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, inching those fingers even farther forward, letting the body drop as it can to increase this stretch. 2 more. Deep breath in. Exhale, reaching out. Really feeling this stretch happening, making sure the shoulders are down. It could be quite intense. Shake that head out. Last time, deep breath in. Exhale, reach and stretch. Letting everything go deeply into the floor, breathing through it, helping yourself to enjoy the opening that happens here. And then slowly bringing the hands in, walking up through the spine, rolling up through the spine as you walk your hands in, coming to an upright position. And here we are, nice and tall. Excellent. Let's bring the legs together and let them come front. All right, making sure that we've got the divine flesh out from underneath us. We don't have to have a formed foot. Let's do a little work on our upper body, our heads and our necks and our arms. So we're going to drop the head down and lift the head straight up. Chin goes up to the ceiling. And the head goes down. And chin up. Drop it down. And up. And drop it down. And up. Now we're going to go down towards the right corner, lower corner, here with our chin. So we're getting a twisted stretch there through our neck, keeping the back straight. And then we're going to go up to the high left with that chin. Repeat. Down low right. Up high left. 2 more. Down low. Up high. And down low. And up high. Coming to a neutral position. We'll go down low on your left. So really opening up that sort of diagonal stretch. Curved diagonal stretch in the back of the neck. And come up high right. Chin goes down, keeping the back straight. So you can really isolate this neck up and drop it down. And up and drop it down. And up. Good, coming to a neutral position. Let's tilt. So we're going to make our top of our head go to the right. Chins go up to the left. So now we feel a nice side stretch there. Come up and over and go to the other side. Moving in all the different places that the head can move, keeping the spine nice and tall. Really enjoying that opening that happens through that side neck into the collarbone and the upper back area. And over chin, maybe you can get a little farther over. Keeping that back tall, it's just the top of that spine, the head, that is doing the work. And we have 1 more in each direction. Going over to the side. Feel that stretch. Beautiful. Up and over and stretch. Come back to a neutral position. Now we're going to do the twist to the direct side and keep the shoulder down, keep the back straight. And see if you feel like you can get pretty far there because of the work that we did previously with the neck. And look to the side. And we have over to the right. And over to the left. 2 more. Over to the right, breathing. Over to the left. And once more. Over to the right. And over to the left. Good. Come to center. Let's beat our legs out and reset the divine flesh. In fact, let's put our feet down and really help our backs to stay straight. You can hold on to your knees here a little bit to get that back straight. And from here, let's lift the shoulders up and down. Now we need to keep our knees going right up to the ceiling. So we've got a little work in the core and in the hips, but we're really focusing on these shoulders. Lift up, drop it down, keep the back straight. Lift up and drop it down. Now we're going to push the shoulders forward without lifting them up. So they're going forward and back, feeling the shoulder blades squeeze together.
And now the shoulder blades open as it goes to the front and squeeze to the back. 2 more. Going to the front. Excellent. And to the back. Once more. Going to the front and to the back. Good. Now we're going to straighten the legs, sit up tall. Keep that lift. We've opened up here. And we're going to take circles. So we're going to go front, lift, back, and down. Other side. Front, lift, back, and down. Keep those feet flexed. Up, back, and down. Left, forward, up, back. Keep going. Right, forward, lift. Grow tall through the spine. And left, lift, up, and back. Last time forward, lift, back, and down, and forward, lift, back, and down. Excellent. Relax those legs, shake them out a little bit. Now we're going to sit up tall. We're going to do a stretch that is going to involve the legs as well as the upper torso and the arm. The ideal, or what we're aiming for, is to have our legs straight. But if you need to bend your knees, you certainly can, because what I'm going to ask you to do is to be able to reach and hold on to the foot here. You've got your fingers on the ball of the foot. So if you have a straight leg, it's going to increase the stretch here on this right leg there. Let's just take this a couple of times. Depending on how you are feeling with your hamstring stretch, you may want that knee to be back. But we're trying to maintain a flat back here, and we've got to fold at the hips. Coming up, let's slide in, reach, and twist slightly, and pull on that leg and try and get that back straight hamstring stretch on this left leg. So we're getting a little twist in the spine, not too much. Let's take that again and reach over. So we're grabbing that right. And if you had a knee bend, you'd be here. That's fine. And you get a little twist here. And if you have a straight leg, it's going to be even more of a stretch there. And let's take that once again. Reach over and twist. Maybe you can exaggerate the twist. You'll feel that stretch more over on this leg. Excellent. Okay, that was prep. Let's just relax the legs and let's come back into that flex position. Divine flushes out. Legs can either be bent or straight. And we're going to reach out and grab that right foot, keeping it back flat. And now we're going to use the right arm. Lift. We're going to twist, holding onto this leg. We're twisting behind. So we've got an anchor with our hand on the foot and our arms going behind. Reach forward. Lift it up. And it might be a deep stretch that you're feeling here. And we have 2 more. Reach forward, lift it up. Excellent. Twisting to the back and down. Last time. Reach forward, lift it up, twist, reaching to the back and forward and come up. Shake the legs out. Might have felt pretty intense. Back to flex. Divine flush out. Other arm sliding out over that left leg. Bent knee is fine. Feel that twist, feel that added stretch that's happening in the leg, and let's add the arm. So we're reaching the arm forward. Feel that twist, feel the stretch that happens there as you anchor yourself with the hand on that foot. Good. And reach forward, lift it up. Feel that twist all the way to the back. Do keep breathing. And front, and lift it up. Twist to the back and down. Last one. Reaching forward. Lift it up. Feel that twist. Good. And come down. Come to a neutral position. Come up right and beat that out. Okay, that was some good beginning stretches on those hamstrings there. Let's go onto our hands and knees. So here we are. We've got our hands underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. And come all the way to the end of your mat there. We're going to work with stretching out that lower leg, the the Achilles and gastrocnemius. So front leg is going to come out. We're going to curl the toe under and then push the heel back as we press with our hands. Don't let the shoulders come up, and you'll feel a deep stretch happening in that Achilles area. Rocking forward through the foot. So we get a little action through the foot, come all the way through, and maybe come to the front of your toes there. Curl the foot again. So we're getting some action in that foot. And then also, as we press back into the back of the leg, lower leg there, rolling through the foot, pushing the toes, and then come over and forward. And then roll, push, and press back. 2 more times. Let's go up
and over to the toe. Good. Letting the hands help you, shoulders are down, push and press out, really lengthening out through the lower leg there, and come up, press, push, come over the toes, excellent, and up, press, and push back. Should feel good this last time. Coming back to your neutral position, let's take it to the other side. So we've got the toe out, we're pushing with our hands, shoulders are down, and we're pressing out through the heel, so you feel that first deep stretch in the Achilles area, the calf muscle. Rolling through the foot, use the feet, use all the muscles there to come up, push, and come to the front of the toes there. Coming back, press, push, and breathe. Repeat, up, over, press, over to the top of the toes. And up, over, feeling those toes get some work. They have muscles in them too. Pressing out through that calf muscle. And last time, coming up, over, push through that lower back. Excellent. And then come up, press, and push out. Feel that nice stretch. It should feel good by this time, or better. And then come through, come back, and hands and knees here. Good. We're going to push back. We're going to sit up tall, and we're going to take another lower back undulation like we did initially at the beginning of class. So we're going to push through the hips, roll that lower back to the back of the room, let the engage in the abdominals here, and you might already feel a little bit of a stretch along the quads there too. Add a little extra stretch. Push through the hips. Allow the hips to go in the opposite direction. Belly comes forward and undulate up through the spine. Head's the last thing, and let's reverse that. You can use the hands against the knees to push that lower back, but we're engaging the abdominals, stretching out that lower back, pushing through. Let it radiate out and up. We have two more. Pushing back. So you're really trying to let the hips help you with this undulation in that lower back position. Push through, breathe, and come up. And let's take one more. And push through all the way to the back. Good. And come forward, lift, and up. Good. Let's come back to the neutral position. We're going to add to that and open our knees out. So again, make sure that that back is really straight. If this is an uncomfortable position for you, you can have a bolster and have your knees so that they're straight up and your feet anchored in order to do this exercise. So here again, we're going to fold the hips under and feel that lower back going to the back of the room, engaging the abdominals. Your upper body is going to follow. Push through, lift. Now we're going to go all the way into the floor. So keep that arch, that cow position, and coming down and dropping the head's the last thing that comes down. And then using the hands on the floor, we're pushing that lower back up. Using the hands to get yourself all the way up, rolling to the back. So we're deepening and exaggerating this position. Hips come up, let the belly come forward, hands come to the floor as you arch down. So we're trying to open up the space between the vertebrae even more. So our spines can grow even taller. Letting go of anything that's been blocking in the vertebra, in the spine. Creating length and breadth. Good. Push through. Lift. Arch. So it's a true undulation there through that spine. All the way down. Allowing the head to drop. Good. And coming back up again. Getting the lower back to roll up. Really deeply feeling the opening that's happening in that lower spine. Head's the last thing that comes up. Arching through. Hips are helping you. All the way down. We're exaggerating this position. Come down. Allow everything to rest. And hold. Let's take it once more. Lower back. Hands are going to come up. You can press against the floor. And then against the legs to get you all the way back there. And then push through. Lift. Up. Arch. And coming down. Let's go all the way down. And we're going to, once we get to the floor, we're going to push out, bring our hands front, and slide our legs down behind us. So we're looking down towards the floor, shoulders are down, feet are pointed, and they're about hips width apart. Hands behind your shoulders. From here, we're going to roll up into an arc. So deep breath in. As you exhale, head is going to lead here.
We're going to come up, allow our hips to go forward, and let our arms push us up. Shoulders stay down. You feel stretches in many different places. You may definitely feel it in your hips, but you may feel it in your spines too. We're going to roll back down. Elbows are going to go by the rib cage. So you can roll down one part at a time, and then you come back to your neutral position with your head and forehead resting on the floor. Deep breath in. Exhale, head comes up. Using the hands, push, arching up, and you may find that each time we do this, you get a little farther up to really open up that spine and the front of the spine, belly. And then coming back down, we're breathing, shoulders stay down, we've got the elbows next to us, so we get a little work on the triceps of our arms, heads come down, and then relax everything. Deep breath in. Exhale, head rolls, lift all the way up, coming to as high a position as you can. Neck is up. We've opened up that neck, so you should be able to get that chin up. And then once again, holding onto the abdominals, elbows come in by the rib cage as we lower, trying to lower one vertebra at a time. Because the front of the spine, we can think of having it vertebra as well. Heads go down. Take that rest. Last time, deep breath in. Exhale, head, lift, roll. Come all the way up. Excellent. Way up there. Should feel like a beautiful stretch through the whole front of your body. In fact, you can think of it as an opening up of your chakras on the front of your body. And here we go, we're rolling down. You can think of going down through the first, and then the second, and then the third, coming down to the fourth chakra, through the neck, fifth, forehead, sixth, and then release, so that the whole energy is moving through the chakra system from your first chakra to the seventh on the top of your head. Good. From here, let's push back into a child's pose. You can bring your knees closer together and drop down and feel that lower back opening up. Good. Letting go of your elbows and everything be nice and loose. Let's take a nice little stretch for the upper side of the torso area in the rib cage. We're going to take the right hand and reach it up, or the front hand, whichever hand it is. Reach it out, stretching the arm to a straight position. You're going to feel that stretch happening through the armpit area and a little length there. Good. Release it down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Reach the other arm out. Shoulders are down, but we're lengthening out through the whole armpit, upper rib area, to the fingers there, and release. Let's take that once more. Deep breath in. Reach that first hand out, shoulders are down. You're not lifting them up. You're keeping it down, but the elbows reaching. See if you can reach those fingers a little bit more. Feel that upper side armpit area. Get a good stretch. Release, and let's take it to the last time. Breath in. Exhale. Reach. Lengthening out. Trying to make everything longer and lengthened. Breathing through it. And come in, bring the hands close to you and roll up. Let's sit down. Bring our legs out front. And scoop to the end of the mat there. Sitting up tall, again, divine flesh is outside of those hips. We're going to take a full forward fold. Feet are pointed, lift up through the hips, folding from the hips. We're going to go all the way down. As far as you go, if your knees have to be slightly bent, you can certainly do that. Feel the fold from the hips there. Should be feeling some stretch in the hamstring. And then let the head drop and become heavy. So it's nice and deep, this whole folding action through your body. We're going to take the back hand and bring it to the outside of the front ankle there. Take the front arm, bring it behind, and we're going to pull against this and twist our spine through. Like we're kind of twisting and looking out through a window in a very horizontal way. And you'll notice you get more of a stretch on this front leg, but you also will feel a stretch in your lower spine. Remember, you're folding from the hips. You're not putting pressure or having a curve in that lower back, but humped back. You're folding. So if that means you're in this position or with the knees bent, that's fine. So from here, we're feeling that twisted lengthening that happens on that front leg and also through the spine. Let's come back to a neutral position, and we're going to slide the front hand to the outside of the back ankle there. And then other hand goes behind, and we're pushing and twisting.
opening up through that spine, feeling that twist, opening up like we're opening and looking through a window there. Keep going until you feel something that feels good, maybe challenging, but good in the hamstring and that lower back. Let's take that and take it once more in each direction. Heads go down and lengthen. You may find as you go down that you've gotten a little farther over. So back hand comes to the outside of that front ankle there. Other hand goes behind, and we're pushing through and twisting, opening up, making the shoulders lift so that one shoulder is up and the other shoulder is down. And enjoy that stretch that happens there. Coming back down. Again, you may notice that you get to lower here. And so we're taking the front hand, putting it to the outside of the back leg, sliding the back arm out. Take a deep breath in and then exhale and twist and open. So we've got the shoulders going up and down. So we've got a deep stretch there. Keep it breathing. Enjoying what happens, what shifts, what's become more fluid for you here. And then come back down, drop the heads down. Let's roll up through the spine, coming all the way up. Excellent. Okay, we're going to take some inside thigh stretches. So we're going to turn to the side. We're going to bring this front leg into a bent knee position. Your weight is kind of going to be more over on this front, on this bent leg position here, but we'll get so you'll shift over. We want to just try and maintain an equal pressure down with each hip. So our backs are straight. Get the divine flesh out from underneath. This foot is pointed. This one can be relaxed. And we're going to reach this arm up and slide the other arm along the leg, keeping that open position that we were just talking about. So you're going to get a deep side body stretch. You may feel a stretch in the inside thighs as well. Good. From here, let's drop down, put the front hand in front of that leg, the other behind, and then fold from the hips again. So we're getting sort of more of a reaching out on a diagonal position, elbows are down, and it's, again, a twist through this back area here. Put the back hand on the leg, open up the front arm, and reach to the side. You might be able to get a little farther over to the side. Both hips are still on the floor. Good. And hand come down, and other hand shifts. Feel the fold in the hip, elbows come down and drop, and you'll get a little closer to that thigh area with your torso. We're going to take 2 more of these. So back hand on the leg, front arm opens. We feel both hips on the floor. We feel that side twist. Keep this elbow down, reach that arm out. Try not to let it be a real acute angle there. It's almost like a curve there. You'll feel a deep side stretch there. Maybe some inside thigh work too. Hand comes down, back hand, folding from the hips, elbows drop, head goes down. How much closer are you this time? Let's take it one more time. Hand, arm, open, hips down, reaching out. You may have really increased this stretch for yourself. Good. Hand down, hand shifts, folding from the hip and drop. Elbows come down, shoulders are relaxed. So you should be in a different position than when we first started. Walk yourself upright. Let's bring both legs to the front and give ourselves a little rock through the hips to help integrate everything, because that may have felt fairly intense. Good. Okay, let's come up, bringing this leg out to the side, bring this one in, adjust yourself. So you've got a pointed foot here, this foot can be relaxed. Divine flesh is out. We're going to reach this arm up and stretch it over as we slide over to the side in that open position. And this first one is going to feel, like you barely can move. You can't get that far. But just keep the hips down, breathe, feeling that nice side body stretch there. And now we're going to take the top hand, put it to the front of the leg. Other hand is going behind. Feel the fold from the hips there. Elbows drop and head comes down. This is going to feel really quite stiff for most of you. We're feeling a stretch through the side body, through the leg, maybe the inside thigh. Lots of different places, but that head's nice and loose. Back hand comes to the leg. Front hand opens out. This time it may feel better. We're sliding with the hand out. You might be able to get a little farther out. So we've got this open position. One shoulder up, one shoulder down. Good. Hand comes down, hand on the leg goes to the back. Feel that fold from the hips there. Shoulders come down, elbows bend, and see if you can lower your body up, torso closer to your thigh. Make sure you're still breathing. Let's take that 2 more times. Hand on the leg, open the top arm, reach, getting a little farther over. Both hips are on the floor. Deep stretch. Good. Top hand comes down. Back hand goes onto the floor. Deep breath in, feel a fold from the hips. Elbows go down and drop the head down. Back hip stays on the floor. The hip that's behind you. Shoulders, let's wiggle them a little bit. Let them be nice and loose. How close can your nose get towards your knee? Last time. Hand on the leg. Arm opens. Reach to the side. Feel that deep, deep, deep stretch. You've gone pretty far down. It's very different from when we first went over on this side. Feel that reach. Good. Hand comes down. Back hand goes down. Shoulders down. Elbows down. Folding on the hips. Seeing if you can lower that head. Shake that head out a little bit. Might help you to get a little farther over. Good. Walk yourself upright and come to the center. Okay, so a lot of stretching in that whole torso, spine area. And let's go back into a stretch for the inside thighs here. So you're going to open your legs up to a position that works for you. If your knees are bent and they're much more at an angle, coming closer together, that's fine. I just want the divine flesh out and you to get that spine really long so you're not going to work on our most vulnerable area, which is our lower back. We're going to take just a forward fold, feet are pointed, tall backs, breathe in, chin, rolling through the upper spine, through the shoulder blades as the hands slide out. Walking the hands out as best you can. You might come to your elbows or you may not. Your knees may be bent or they may not. So we're continuing this roll through. You feel you pass through that lower back. And then you're working right there with the crease of the hip. Trying to keep the legs rotated out. So this is a deep stretch through the inside thighs here. My head is lifted a little so I don't make, my voice isn't muffled that much. But if you can let that head go down, allow it to go down. So from here, 4 deep breaths. Deep breath in. As you exhale, see if you can inch the fingers out a little bit more and lower the body down. So you're trying to get the fold coming from the hip flexors, from the front of the hips there, and lowering the spine down towards the floor, which increases the stretch in the inside thigh. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach the hands even farther out. See if you can get a little bit closer to the floor with the torso. Deepening this inside thigh stretch. 2 more. Let's use our noise on our exhalation to help us. Deep breath in. As we exhale, make a sigh, make a noise. That actually does really help the muscles to open up. And last time, deep breath in. Noise, and reach. Letting the shoulders relax, the elbows bend. We've got the fold coming from the crease in the front of the hips there. And then slowly bring the hands in. We're rolling up by pushing the hands on the floor, walking the hands towards us, going in the reverse direction in the spine, moving from the lower part of the spine all the way up, shoulders down, heads, and come up right. Excellent. Good. Let's come back in with those legs, shake them out a little bit. We're going to take another opening to the side position for the inside thighs, but we're going to take it in a sort of a stylized way. So we're going to take your left leg, slide it underneath, and take your right leg and grab a hold of the heel. And so we're basing our balance on this leg that's underneath. Hips are, divine flesh is out, backs are straight. We're going to brace this left hand onto the left knee there. We're rotating out with the right leg. So our backs are straight. We're holding onto the heel, or if you want to, you can cup it underneath, or if you need to, you can hold on some other part of you. But we're going to take a deep breath in, shoulders down, backs are straight, and we're going to stretch that leg out to the side. So we're very much focusing on the inside thigh here. We've got the hamstrings working a little bit too. Feet are pointed there, and we're pressing back with that hand. Bend the knee, bring that leg in, and bring it down to the floor once again. Deep breath in.
Exhale, reach and stretch. Maybe you can get that leg out a little farther. However far you can get is going to be a great stretch for the inside thigh and a little bit of the hamstring there. And bend the knee first, bring it in. We're going to take 2 more of these, keeping that back straight. If you need to adjust there, get that back straight. Reach, breathe, and stretch. Pushing that leg back if you can. And come in. You notice that my back is staying straight. And come into, prepare for the last one. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach, and stretch. Way out there. Good. If you'd like to, you can join me with flexing out through the heel, which is going to add a stretch there. If you'd like to stay in that pointed foot, you can. Good. Come back through the ball of foot point. Bring the leg in. And then let's bring the legs together and shake them out. And you're going to find that you really feel the difference between the 2 legs, the 2 sides. All right, let's take it to the other side. So we've got this leg bending in. We've got our weight slightly onto that leg there. And the divine flesh is out from underneath, and you're folding and rotating this leg out. This hand comes onto the knee to help support you. Back stays straight. Holding your leg however you'd like to, your foot or your leg. We're going to bring the leg out to the side. Feeling that nice stretch. Good. And come back in, knee bends, and open. Feeling the inside thighs getting some stretch here. Backs are straight. Second time. Breathing in. Exhale and lengthen. Going to as much of a straight leg as you can. Feeling that leg being pushed back by the arm so you can get more of a stretch all through here. And knee bends, come in and drop. 2 more. Deep breath in, exhale and extend. Now, if this is it for you guys, that's fine, as long as you're feeling some stretch. We're aiming towards eventually getting into a straight leg and pushing that leg behind, keeping the back straight. Good. Coming in as you bend that knee. Foot is still deeply pointed on this leg that we're working with. Breath in, get the back straight. Exhale, stretch, and reach. Shoulders down. You may find that you're getting a little arm work too. Okay, I invite you to flex your foot. If it doesn't feel right to you, then just stay in your pointed foot, and you can keep trying to press that heel back. So we're opening up even more in that whole area that we're working. Push to the ball of foot point. Coming back in, good, keeping that knee bent, excellent. And then let's bring the legs together. A lot of work there, a lot of work. And let the legs beat out. Let's flex our feet, sitting up nice and tall, get the divine flesh out from underneath you. And we're going to do a little press with the hip forward. And we've got the heel on the hip twisting forward as the upper body is twisting to the side there. Shift and change. This is just to help to integrate everything that we've been doing. Push, shift, and change. Again, it's like walking. Push through and shift. 2 more of those. Push through, shift. If you want to add your arms and put them in a different position so you get more of a twist through that spine, go for it. Come up, twist, reaching to the other side, press. Last time, come forward, twist, press, and reach. Excellent. And press, push, shift, and reach. Good. Come to a neutral position. Let's beat those thighs out again. And we're going to go back into our hands and knees position and get a little bit more of a deeper stretch in the hamstring. So set yourself up, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Curl the toes under, and we're going to press up into a down dog and press the heels down. So really trying to stretch through the whole leg there on the hamstring. Heads are loose, and let's lift the heels up. Breathe in, and press down. Now you're trying to hold your abdominals in, pressing the hips up to increase the full leg stretch there. Rolling through the foot. Coming up to the ball of the foot, really stretching high with those heels. Press down with the heels and lengthen out. Use your hands to help you, trying to keep that back straight. And lift up through the heels. Lift, good. Press down, press.
Down through those heels, get that long position for yourself. And last time, lift up. Breathing as your heels lift and exhaling as you press down. Good. From here, we're going to walk our feet up towards our hands. So knees bent, walking, trying to keep your hands on the floor, but if we can't keep them on the floor, you can lift the hands up a little bit, drop the heads down, and folding from the hips there, make your weight be more towards the balls of your feet as opposed to your heels. Let's take one last stretch for the arms and the shoulders, bring the hands behind, clasp the hands together, and then reach the hands over as you deepen the hamstring stretch and open up through the shoulder girdle area, the shoulder rotator area. Good. Feel that nice length there. Breathing through the stretch. Excellent. Gently release the hands down. Bend the knees. Let's roll up through our spine. All the way through the spine as we've been doing all along. And come to an upright position. Hands come upright. All right. I thank you very much for joining me. Let's put our feet underneath our hips there. Reach the arms out. Breathing in. Lift. Hands come together. Bring the hands into your heart chakra. Say thanks to yourself for opening up your body, going through this journey of self-discovery, because each day that we stretch, each day that we move, it might feel like a different journey. All right, have a great rest of the day. Please subscribe to my channel. Take care.